Hi, everybody. I sure am glad that you joined me here today on the program. Got another great interview with John Baxter, scientist, inventor, researcher, bed guru, and so much more. But before we get into the interview, I want to remind you of two things. One is Home Depot Couture. Goddess Magazine TV, Fashion, Beauty, and Lifestyle for Mature Women, is having a contest. Yep, a design challenge. And what is the design challenge? We want you to design your own couture outfit, like I did, using only items from your local Home Depot store. Not online, that's not fair. But you can get it from your local Home Depot store. You know what I just realized? If you don't live near a Home Depot, then you got to shop online. Okay, so get it online too. That's okay. But anyway, all your stuff has to come from Home Depot, and it cannot contain any sewing notions, buttons, or zippers unless it's sold at Home Depot. Details are on the site at goddessmagazine.com, or just simply leave a message in the comments, and I'll steer you in that direction. So that's the one thing I want to say. The other thing I want to say is I want to reiterate what I was saying in the other video. If you don't understand that the body is electric and consciousness is part of the body and part of who we are as humans, if you don't understand that energy is always moving, that it never changes, it never dies, energy never dies, it simply changes form. And that if you don't understand that energy is not always seen like Wi-Fi or electricity, and if you don't understand how it works in tandem with vibration and spirit and vibration, frequency, and resonance, then you're not going to understand any of this. Okay. So just know that whatever we're talking about with regard to energy, in many cases is provable, and John can tell you how you can verify whether or not there's any energy coming, bioelectric energy coming or leaving your body from whatever device it is. But the reason we're having this conversation today is because med beds is such a buzzword for everything. All of a sudden, everything's med bed. Like everything was CBD the other day, or everything was sriracha sauce before that. Now everybody's talking about med beds. Med beds are a buzzword, right? It's not like the artist conception med bed that you look up on the internet that have been in a couple of the two videos that I've done, right? John pointed out it's not a real bed. It's a artist conception, right? And I believe that he is absolutely correct because it's not a photograph. So what we're here to do today is John, who is the scientist, researcher, inventor of the anti-aging bed, antiagingbed.com. He is also a major mover and shaker in zero gravity beds. He is a major innovator in the mattress market altogether. And combined with his energetic work that he's done with bees and bioelectric energy and ionic energy in humans, this man knows everything there is to know about talking about medbed technology, how to spot what's real and how to spot what's fake. John Baxter, my favorite, most smartest person in the world.
Hey. Well, I thank you for that nice bio. I appreciate talking about it and going over my history, because I'm not just some guy out here coming out with the medbed technology that I've worked on with patents and stuff like that, but I'm an industry leader. I've been in the mattress industry 20 years. I've had my own pain to purpose story with a broken neck that I healed on my own. So it goes back to my own healing and helping others. So it comes from a different place. And that's why this medbed technology, we see it a lot in the mattress industry, buzzwords that don't lead to anywhere. With technology, you're not probably going to feel anything. It probably costs you an arm and a leg. So there's a lot of buzzwords, like in the mattress industry, it was gel and sleeping cool. How many times did you hear that in the mattress industry? And how many times did you get hot? So this is what I'm trying to let you to know and educate you and showcase to you. I'm hoping I can showcase a little bit today, but I want to go over not only the history, but like she said, I was the guy that disrupted the mattress industry a couple times. I am the original guy that brought the zero gravity bed to market, help healing my own neck, working with Terry Bradshaw. And not only that, I've had over 500 mattress stores and trained entrepreneurs on how to run a store. I've come out with an anti-aging bed, and that's the first major change in over 30 years. The last major change was Sleep Number 40 years ago and Tempur-Pedic 30 years ago. So these are what we're talking about is major changes, total category shifts, not sleeping cool and that type of thing, because that's not curing your coolness. That's just putting a Band-Aid on why you're getting hot. So that's not a category. And so yeah, I'm here today to go over all these questions and really dial it down so I can put it in layman's terms for everyone at home.
So what is the definition on your terms of a med bed?
So it's going to be a couple different technologies. The med beds you see that have the alien technology essentially that they talk about and tout. We call it in the industry touting something. But there's nothing showcased. There's no real picture. There's no person in there. There's no one person saying that I got killed by a med bed. So it's that buzzword. And since it's a buzzword and it's driving traffic, a lot of other companies are suggesting they have med bed technology. They're throwing names like, I can show you real Tesla technology right now. I can also show you orgonite if you want to know that. But I'm not going to throw words like scalar around without it being plugged in. So these are all different buzzwords to get you going into thinking that something's going to do something great. And some of these are subtle. Some of them are backed with some science. But MedBed's going to be a multifaceted, a geopathic treatment, right? It's sound, frequency, vibration. There's oxygen. If you can increase your oxygen, right? That's a portion. If you can shield EMFs, if you can bring harmony back to the body, right? So many different things, and it goes back to nutrition too. Like, you can't burn up all your antioxidants and be in a med bed and not have anything to heal your body with. So let's go back to Nikola Tesla: energy, frequency, vibration, and the body is electric, like you said. And so there's different ways to heal the body. So I'll bring it down into a med bed has cellular regeneration, a way to detox your body from the current crap, the food and the stuff that's in the food and in the air. So those are, I would say, not only does it have an energy, frequency, vibration type of system, but it has for cellular regeneration in a way that you can push out all these toxins. And
so cellular regeneration, I don't mean to interrupt you, but cellular regeneration. That word has been thrown around in the beauty and cosmetic industry for 1 million years, and now it's being thrown around by the medbed community. So that's kind of vague, right? And how do we know, kind of thing. And so I guess what I'm trying to say is, how do we know?
So with how do we know what works? Well, you're going to need clinical trials, possibly patents, possibly a demonstration that proves the technology, right? Sometimes, saying FDA medical device doesn't really mean anything. That just means you submitted a form. And now FDA is like, they just pushed out NAC as a natural supplement to strengthen your body.
What is NAC?
It's something that is it's a supplement that's over the counter that had and they've actually taken it off the market, but it was just something that can help strengthen your bones. And it was just, it's strange that they would take it off the market. Maybe it stops blood clots, maybe.
Right.
But there's weird things like that happen all the time. But this technology goes back before Tesla. So Tesla is a buzzword too, because where did Tesla learn a lot of this technology? From multiple sources. And if you have the information, I am an information age guy. I was growing up on the internet, and every question I ever had, I had the most perfect option to find my answers in multiple, and to break free of the dogma that we hear. You know, in any type of thing, even in a court, even in a court case, the one lawyer will make the person look like an angel, and also the other lawyer will make him look like the most evil person ever. So there's a lot of information out there, and that's exactly why you need to make sure it's provable. You want to make sure there's citations and studies. You want to learn about the doctors. You want to learn about the technology, because what we have is a build your own, and I could show it. I'm going to show it to you in this video, I hope a little bit near the end. But I'm going to show you I have multiple technologies. I have technology that you sit in, it scans your body, gives you a massage, grounds your body, gives you far infrared. So that cellular regeneration word is a buzzword unless it's backed by a lot of these claims, right? Mm-hmm. So it goes back to cellular health. And so if your cells are in harmony and balanced, they're not stealing electrons from other portions of your body, causing dis-ease or disease. And that dis-ease, a lot of people, they get it between their shoulders. It's oxidative stress. So, you know, there's the body is water too. So not only are you giving the body electrons and antioxidants, but there's also water disruption from EMF. So we're 70+% water.
So hold on a second. Hold on a second. Yeah. I want to make sure that everybody's kind of up to speed, because we're covering a lot of ground at a pretty good clip. So one of the things we're talking about is that, with your opinion of medbed technology, that first off, be aware that it is a buzzword right now. And anytime you hear medbed, you really need to stop and listen to what the person's saying, so you can use your own discernment about what is truth and what is fiction. And then in order to use that discernment, one of the things John was saying is that you have to be able to see the technology in real life, in a real life application, not in a CGI, not in a photograph, not in a pretend photograph or a concept photograph, and not as an artist rendering, right? You have to be able to see the technology. The second thing is, the technology, for it to really work, has to be affordable, right? So it has to be reasonable, right? The other thing is, you may not need $1.5 million med bed that performs robotic surgery and regenerates limbs. You might need to do something as simple as detox your environment, detox your body, detox where you are of all the soup from the electronic energy that we're swimming through every minute of every day. You know, John, I've got a ring light here and another light here and a light up above me. I've got a computer right here. I got my phone right here. I've got all my gear plugged in down here. Talk about, and I've got an electric vape pen. I've got, you know, think about all the electricity that we're swimming in. So this has to be made.
Let's go through the situation you're going through right now, right? So you're getting, so the two things that cause stress, and I believe my goal is to mitigate global stress, but in terms of just actual stress, the lights are giving you a higher voltage right now. That radiation from the lights that's shooting off your glasses, that's giving you a higher voltage. There's, you're probably on the internet using Wi-Fi. That Wi-Fi is running through you. There's probably something else in the room.
My phone.
The outlet. You know, somewhere there is a, you know, a power meter to your house. Maybe on the back of the house, it's giving you a little bit. You know, and some people, the house next door is giving you Wi-Fi too. your TV, your screen, the touching your laptop is giving you electricity, extra voltage. All that's doing is increasing the heat in the body, increasing the oxidative stress. It's actually stealing electrons.
And it's causing inflammation, because heating up of the body is inflammation.
It's heating up your body for that very reason. And once your body gets sick, and this is from the foods that we eat, even all the way up to what we're talking about, that it can trigger an autoimmune disease.
Wow. That's, so it seems like any med bed that is going to be of any effect with any kind of real new technology really needs to first mitigate the soup of the electronic debris that we are in any given space, right? That's the first one, right? It has to protect you from that. It has to be EMF shielding, and it has to also be somewhat neutralizing to the body electric. And it also must somehow generate a healing energy that while you're detoxing or de-stressing the body by shielding it from EMFs, by making the body more grounded, then it's got to be have something that would also provide some type of healing energy, some actual healing energy, that, to use the term cellular regeneration or cellular strengthening, is possible. And then the other part is, I know that the med beds, the secret space program med beds, the tachyon plasma energy med beds they talk about, also use a thing that's a hydrogel. Oh, you had mentioned that in one of our conversations, was hydrogel. Well, it seems like if you're using these $2.5 million med beds and you're in this hydrogel goo, that's all well and good, but hydrogel didn't exist 2,000 years ago. So what is it that causes the body to be conductive? So first off, with knowing, let me just say, because I don't want this to be a sales pitch, but knowing that, let me just say this, that the technology exists that can shield you from EMFs, that can neutralize the body electric, or not neutralize, but ground the body electric, that can provide actual verifiable healing through electric, bioelectric testing, right? All of these things actually exist. And I don't know, I'm not going to tell you where they exist because you already know, but we're going to give you a website at the end. But I don't want this to sound like a sales pitch. I want John to tell us scientifically the deal. So if all of this is so, then where do we go from here?
So I'd like to showcase that, our technology is provable with your own meter that you can get, and a meter that we have. So a lot of the technology comes with this can measure not only the voltage, like we said, so our technology discharges the extra charge.
So hold on 1 second. So how is this different than what somebody's husband might have in their garage?
Well, this you could use this if it's got the right settings. You could use something like this. So it's that's why I'm using approvable technology. Use your own. You can test it on yourself.
Does this measure like millivolts, or isn't that what it's called? The tiniest
millivolts, nanovolts.
Right. So it's not one of the ones that might be in a garage is not this.
Some people will have this. Not a lot of people. Some. Most people will not have this. This is a tri-field. This can do radio waves. It can do low frequency, high frequency. So yeah, this
identifies them or measures the amount in the room.
It measures them, and I will prove to you our technology shields you from EMF with a meter that's not my own. So this is this is a gadget that I can show you the EMF reading, and then I can show how it's gone. This is the same thing. I can read the static electricity in the air. I can read the static, the nanovolts, the excessive charge in your body, and then I can show how our technology reduces that charge, discharges the charge. So that will really help in reducing the inflammation and heat going toward the core root of the issue, right? Also, the Hertz level, the famous inventor, Hertz, he was the first guy to measure electromagnetic waves. So we can measure radiation in the air, we can measure radiation in your body, and we can give a reading of what your body is reading once you use our technology.
So this way you have a verifiable, demonstratable tool that can show that your body is overamped electrically, or even underamped, I guess. I don't know that would be likely considering all the electric debris, but that you're.
So we actually have a number too. So a lot of the technology, they do not want to give you a number of what it's giving. What's the output of this thing that you have, right? All of our technology, we have an output number. So that's very important in deciding what med bed you should use. Because if it's just something blasting energy, is that really normal to the body? You could just be blasting energy, and then you ask, well, what's the actual number this is blasting on me? Well, I don't know. It's a healing, what do you call it? A life force energy. Really? It's a life force energy? Well, what is that life force energy, right? We're able to measure your baseline energy. We're able to bring you to 7.83 Hertz, Earth resonance, Earth heart resonance with our tech. We're also able to, we actually have other technology that we can go through. There's quite a few technologies. We've got, so.
Well, I was just gonna say, so in this way, with these tools, you can measure your body electric, you can measure the environment that you're in, and you can demonstrate that you have lowered your frequency. So how do we know? Another thing that we need to do is to reduce the amount of, so one of them, if I'm trying to remember this right, one of them is an EMF frequency that's floating around, and one of them mitigates the energy and reduces it or shields you from it. One of them grounds the body. And then what do the pads do? Tell me again what the pads do.
So we have a bed cover that you can put on any existing mattress.
Oh, wait. Let me say this before you say that, because I was actually talking about the computer pads. But while you mention that, and I don't mean to jump in, but I kind of do, because I want to say, first off, everybody just settle down. A med bed is not a bed like a adjustable bed that you push a button and it raises you up. It's not like a bed that you order on the internet and it comes rolled up in a giant donut roll, right? A med bed is a term, right? If you want to understand what a med bed is, it's a term. You can assemble a real functional med bed through things like a mattress cover. Seriously, it is not about the springs and foam and the frame and the box springs. That's not what a med bed is. Whatever a med bed is,
it's not something that you just put in the room and then say it's a one solution for everything, right? It's impossible to have that type unless you're, on certain aspects, it could be helpful, but it's not going to give you this amazing cellular regeneration. It's like these buzzwords that you hear. It's not something you just stick under the bed and say, oh, it's a med bed. It's going to regenerate the arm, and you're actually going to look 20 years younger after the first night. So there's I like to go through a lot of this, and this like this right here is our bed cover. This can go around any mattress. This is just one portion. It's a major portion because you're connected electrically to this, and it does plug in and ground. This can reduce your inflammation, reduce the voltage, which reduces the stress. So anytime you want to measure something, and whether it's agriculture or what the problem is, it always goes back to measuring stress, geopathic stress. I told you in the last video about bees. Measuring stress in the body in terms of excessive charge and measuring excessive on ionization, right? If you're losing ions constantly to these lights here, try to stick in front of this light for a couple days, see how well you feel. It's going to start stripping the calcium out of your body just to keep you sane and alive.
Well, you know what? I wonder, the first thing I think people would say is, well, if we're trying to reduce the body electric, hi, Kitty. If we're trying to reduce the body electric, why on earth would I lay on something that is plugged in? I think that would be a first question.
Yeah, so our technology gives you the sense of the outdoors. So we've been suspended in animated reality, and a lot of people say it's just called disconnection. And so this extra charge comes from standing on concrete slabs. There's nothing between you and a concrete slab that discharges you. You wear rubber-soled shoes, and a lot of people call this grounding, but that's a very that's kind of a buzzword too. I've heard a lot of people that have grounding technology, and I heard of people that didn't have anything saying they had grounding. But if it
So
can't be proven,
why would you sleep on something that's plugged in then?
well, here's why. Because we've been disconnected from our earth, and in every outlet nowadays, they figured out since the industrial age, working in factories, that people were getting severely injured and dying and getting so much stress from the ions coming off the machine. We remember the times when America was a land of building cars. And building cars, they learned a lot. It was on concrete slabs. There was a machine kicking off ions. And in the last 25 years, these people that were working on these places, they had to be connected to a ground, literally a strap on the wrist or a foot. Otherwise, they would just remember, when you get a computer, it says keep away from static charge. We're not much different than a computer. Too much charge will blow us up. And so even in our houses at home, you have to have a ground. They tamp in the ground 12 to 16 foot deep in every foundation of every home, a copper or steel rod. And when you plug into the outlet, not the top two, right? And I can show it to you right here, our technology. Just the like, this is for like babies, right? They put this so that they can't get shocked. This is plastic. But this is connected to that rod in your house. And there is free flowing ions, and the actual earth has electricity. Did you know?
So it's not a plug. It's not an AC plug. It's a ground. It's only the ground. I mean, I know it's a girl.
Surge protector. Well, you know why the surge protector is important? It protects you. The surge protector protects your appliances and you.
So this ground, the surge protector is a ground?
Yep. It's a trigger. Yeah. That's why when you use it for your appliances, that's why we have in our mound right here on the other side of this, there's a resistor. It protects you from dirty electricity coming back. So it pops. So this has been in the industry for over 25 years. I'm using it in mine. And so this is how you get this energy. So like I was going to say, in Colorado, there's actually places where you can put a light bulb in the earth and the light bulb will turn on.
Why? Because of the natural electricity of the earth, or from overcharging?
Yeah, the actual, in different areas of the earth, and here in Florida, I'm in Orlando, we get the most lightning strikes ever. But I figured out this technology here, and that's one way I healed myself. So I have a pain to purpose story. It's not just about it's about healing myself. So the electric strikes are necessary for plant growth. The electric strikes give when a lightning hits the ground, it disperses an ocean of ions, negative electrons. The entire earth is a negative electron. Another term is a massive antioxidant. If you're connected to an antioxidant, well, it's discharging the static. And so 2 things you always hear: when it gets cold outside, you touch the doorknob and you get shocked. And the other thing you always hear is don't keep your cell phone next to your body or in your bedroom while you sleep. Those are just 2 things that extra voltage will help you not sleep very well. And the disruption from the cell phone will not only change frequency in your body, but it can increase your voltage as well, and just makes the situation for a poor night of sleep.
Wow,
That's
John,
why.
you never cease to amaze me. You know so much. Everybody sit tight for a second. We're going to be back with John Baxter in just a moment. Feel free to go and grab yourself a cup of coffee, a cup of sweet tea, maybe grab a bong or roll a blunt. We'll be back in a moment after these messages.
Super cute, looking super cute. How you feeling, Twyla?
Oh Lord, this is so much fun. I wish I was having a second wedding.
Well, that can be arranged.
Style.
Country style. Look how cute she looks. Look at the shoulders. And look at the nice detail on the dress. And look,
hair.
she's got the fun little floofies. And she's got the sexy smile and the diamond
I
earrings.
feel like a kid. I think my husband's going to be 35.
That's what you mean by I feel like a kid. A 35-year-old husband.
It works.
Right.
For MedBed technology, look no further than antiagingbed.com. Antiagingbed.com combines EMF reducing technologies, grounding technologies, and torus energy to effect a positive result in anyone seeking to improve their health. Antiagingbed.com, affiliate link and coupon code in the description below.